In this step-by-step beginner tutorial, you will learn everything you need to get started with AutoCAD, from choosing the right template and using only the tools that truly matter at a beginner level, to drawing and modifying lines and cycles with precision. Then we dive into layers. Even a cool trick with layers most beginners miss. We will tie it all together with a mini project of a toilet. Even better, toilets. We will finish by helping you truly understand how to plot your drawing to a PDF the right way, from basics to mastery. Let's start. Once you open up your AutoCAD, you'll be greeted with this welcome screen. You will see your recent files here. You can click here to view them as a list view, or here to view them as a grid view to see the thumbnail of your work. However, what you are concerned is starting your own new drawing, and to do that, you have to select a template, which you can do in two places. One is to come here and click on this arrow beside the new, click it and select Browse Template, and then you'll get this Select Template dialog box. They may seem like that, but the only one you need are either AutoCAD ISO, which is the one for metric millimeters, or AutoCAD, which is the one if you're using inches. Or if your interface is an older version, you can come up here and click on this new icon, and you get the same Select Template dialog box. I will be using millimeters, so I will just select this one and click on Open. But if you are using inches, simply select AutoCAD alone, then click on Open, and then your new file will be created. This is the AutoCAD user interface, which might look like a lot, but you hardly use 95% of what you are seeing. If this grid is tormenting you, you can come down here and click here to turn it off. It is gone. The cursor you've taken to turn off the grid is called crosshair in AutoCAD. Now you can see this is our file is named drawing1. You can see drawing1 here as well. Let's save it. Click on save here, give it a name, and I will give it a name like AutoCAD tutorial toilet, something like this, or whatever name you like, and then I'll click on save, and you can see it instantly changed here and on the title bar as well. Now AutoCAD, unlike the rest of the softwares, they would command. Everything in AutoCAD is command. Hence that is why we have this guy entering our drawing area, which is called the command line. You can come to the view tab, although I don't advise it. You can click here, you can come here, you will see command line. If you select it, yes, select yes, it will be gone. Definitely you don't want that, so click it again to make it appear again. So go back to the home tab. The view tab that we went is on the ribbon, and ribbon is where everything is located. Everything you need, you can find it here. Everything. If I click on the view, this one is gone. Click it away, click it again, it is back. That guy, click again, its brother, it's back again. Now click on the home tab. It's that simple. Now to draw a line in AutoCAD, all you have to do is either type it here or select it up here on the ribbon. If I click on the line and then click anywhere in the drawing area, as the command line is telling us, space 5 first point. If I click once, say space 5 another point. If I click here again, space 5 next point. If I click space 5, it will keep asking you to space 5 and next point. That's how you draw line. And how you end a command is you either press enter on your keyboard or press the escape key on your keyboard, or right click on your mouse and then you will get the same effect. Enter to finish, cancel to cancel the command. You select enter, or you can press enter on your keyboard. To erase, because we don't want this, simply click once and make sure everything is within this window and just click. Now everything is selected. Simply select this erase to delete it. Now select that line again, click once, just make random shapes like this. And if you want a straight line, you must turn on the author mode, which is this one. Select it, point to a direction. This will constrain your crosshair perfectly horizontal, either to the right or to the left, or up or down. So I'll point this direction and click, and you can continue clicking in whatever direction you want. However, if you make a mistake and you want to undo it, come down here and click this undo, and it will undo the last line segment. Click the undo again, click it again, and you are back to this point. Now, there are some people who think AutoCAD is dead because it's 2025, maybe something like this. If you turn off your author mode and continue clicking, AutoCAD is still alive. Turn back your author mode, click, and then press enter. Now, to make something meaningful with this line, I will select it and then press the delete key on your keyboard. Select the line again, click once, point to this direction. Let's give a distance. I will try to give a distance of, as I am reading from the dynamic input, and the command that is responsible for that is this guy, dynamic input. If I turn it off, I will go blind. I mean, the crosshair will go blind. If I turn it back again, now I can see the dimension as I am moving the line. If you don't see this guy here, anything here, you can customize it by clicking on this customization button. Click it and make sure dynamic input is checked. You see it is gone. Now it's back. Click away, give a distance. I will try to give a distance of 700, and then I'll press enter. I will point downward and type 600. Then I'll press enter. I'll press enter again to end that command. Now, if you want a line at an angle, then author mode won't help you. What you need is its brother, which is polar tracking, the one beside author mode. If you click it, author mode will be turned off. If you click author, it will be turned off. They can be on at the same time. Select polar tracking, select your line. Beside polar tracking, select an increment angle you want. Maybe you want 45, select 45. Now I will click once here and point to this direction. You will see at an angle of 45. If I know the distance, I can put it. Let me type 400 at an angle of 45. I will just press enter. I will press enter to end that command. Now I will select the line. I can click here. I will point to this direction. Make sure you're on the green line, which says 135 degrees. If I come here, it is at 90, here at 45, here at 180, and you might think it will add 45 to 180, which isn't the case in AutoCAD. If I take it here, it will show 135. Once your angle hits 180, it reverts back to 0. It doesn't continue to 360. That's why here it will show you 135, but on this one it will show you 225. Bring it here, which we know is 270, but in AutoCAD it's 90. Here we really know it's 315, and in AutoCAD it's 45. Now point to this direction. I'm seeing the digits, so I will type 450 and then I'll press enter. Press enter again to end that command. Now if you want a horizontal line with polar tracking, you can do that. Select the line, click once, point to this direction, and just type your value. Maybe I want 500. I will just press enter and press enter again. Now let's move on to cycles. To draw cycles in AutoCAD, you have 6 methods, but I'm not going to treat them all. The first one is if you know your radius. If I click here, and as it says here, specify center point, just click once, point to a direction, and give your value. I will give 100 and then press enter. Now this is a cycle with 100 radius. Select the cycle again, click once, point to another direction and type 300. Press enter. Now this is a cycle with a radius of 300. Click this drop down, which are called flyout, meaning there is more to the tool than what we are seeing. The same as this for arc, which are 11 method. The same for the rest. Whichever tool you see here has more to it. Now click the drop down from the cycle select the center diameter, click once. Now if I type a diameter of 100, it will be smaller than this because it is the diameter. If I select the diameter again, as you can see, the diameter is now the default. Click once, point a direction and type 300. Press enter. It will be smaller than this because the diameter is all of it, while the radius is just half of it. And for the last cycle I will show in this video, click on this drop down, select tan radius, select this line, this one, and this one, and we get a cycle tangent to those points. Now let's move on to copy. Copying in AutoCAD, just select copy, which is here on the modify panel. Select copy, select this line and this line, and then I'll press enter. Now if I select this endpoint, which is possible because of this O snap, make sure it is turned on, click the arrow beside it and check endpoint, click away, select this endpoint, and I will drop it here. The original will remain highlighted blue, and I can keep on copying however I want. If I get enough, I can just press enter to end that command. Same thing, I can select the copy, select the cycle, press enter on my keyboard. I can pick anywhere as my base point, at it is prompting me here, specify a base point. For this something like step, I specify this endpoint. But for this cycle, if you want to copy it precisely, you just hover over the circumference. You don't click, you just like touch it, and then this center mark will appear. Just click it, drop it to an endpoint, something like this. Maybe you want to drop it here, just hover over the circumference, drop one here, maybe one here, just like this. Now I press the escape key. Now in AutoCAD, if you want something completely gone, just like any other program, just select the object, there is erase, and they are gone. But if you want part of it gone, then you have to use the trim command, which is this one. Click on trim. Now it will ask you to select object. The easiest way is just to press enter to accept all objects as cutting edge. So just press enter, and now select somewhere like here, it will trim. Somewhere like here, it won't trim because there is nothing that is intersecting it. This one will trim, and this one too will trim because this one is intersecting and this one won't. I will show you why in a minute. Now to extend a line, you can simply click on the fly out beside trim and select extend. Just like trim, it will ask you this, just press enter to select all. Let me press the escape, let me draw some line. If I draw this line, and how it works, it extends a boundary. Now if you select extend and press enter to select all, click here, it will extend to this, and if I click it again, it will extend this to this cycle. Click it again, it will extend here, click it again, click it again. Now if I try to click it again, it doesn't have anything to extend to. Likewise, if I select this one, it will extend to this one. If I select it again, it will extend to this line. If I try to select it, it doesn't have anything to extend to. Press the escape key to end that command. Select line, I will click once, click here and click here. Now I press the escape key. Now if you select the extend and press enter on your keyboard and extend the line, it will extend to this new line because it has a boundary to extend to. Just like this one, it will extend to this line. Again, if you try, it doesn't have anything further to extend, nothing further to extend. Which brings us to our final tool that I'll be showing, which is the offset tool, which is very simple and makes the whole process easier. There is offset, which makes a parallel copy or concentric copy of your object. If you select it, it will ask you for a distance. The first case is if you know your distance. I will try to type 200 and then I will press enter. If I select this line, point inward, it will copy it this way. If I select this one, I point it to this direction, it will copy it to this direction. However, if I select it, I point it to this direction, it will again copy it here, just like this one. And lastly, even for the cycle, if I select this cycle, point it inside, it will copy, click, point out, it will copy, click, point out, it will copy to a distance interval of 200. However, if I don't know the distance is 200, I'll press the escape key. I will select offset again and then select true, which is this one. Click it. If I select this line, I don't know the distance, I will point it outward. Maybe if I can see the reference, there is 300. If that's what I want, I'll just click. Same as this one. Click. Same as the cycle. Click. Same as this line. Offset it. It will always be parallel to the original or concentric to the original. Now I'll press the escape key, click once, select everything. This is a crossing selection. It just select whatever it touches, and you are more familiar with it than you think. It just touches that line. I'll just click and it got selected. And in AutoCAD, once you make a selection, if you select another object by clicking on it, it will just add to the selection. It won't deselect the first one. You can continue selecting lines individually or use that crossing selection and touch whatever you want to add to the selection, or use a window selection which, unlike the crossing, it only selects whatever is fully inside the window, like that small cycle. Click here like this one, click here like these two ones, click and touch these two, they got selected. Simply select erase and they are all gone. If you want, you can press Ctrl A on your keyboard to select everything, or press escape to deselect, and use your window selection and make sure everything is cut through. Press the delete key on your keyboard. This one is remain. Maybe let's find a unique way to delete it. Select it, right click, and there is erase as well, and erase it. Now let's make our toilet but first we have to set our unit. To do that, just type UN on your keyboard and you will get units. Press enter on your keyboard. Now I don't want this too long of a precision, so I'll select it and select just 0. For those that selected AutoCAD as our template, remember, you will see inches here, but I will advise you to select architectural if you're using inches. But for us that are using millimeters, we'll stick to decimal and click on OK. Just like line, we've selected it. Just like cycle, we've selected it. You can select your units by coming to this big A, click it, come down to the utilities and select units, and you will get the same dialog box. We've already set it, so I'll just click on OK. Typing a shortcut is just a shortcut way to invoking your commands. So I'll press the escape key. Now to draw the toilet, come up here and click on a rectangle, which is an easier way of creating rectangle instead of using line. Click once anywhere in the drawing area, point diagonally and type a distance. For the horizontal, you can see it is highlighted. I will type 1500. If you're using inches, just type 5 and then type the apostrophe sign before your enter key, meaning 5 feet. Of course, you know better. Press the tab key to input the other value. Now type, for that one, type 2100, which is 7 feet, and then press enter. Now click on the wheel of your mouse, press it, and then move it to pan around. This is called panning. Now if this thing is disturbing you, you can simply type UCS icon. There it is. Just click it and select no origin, and it will stay at the side. We don't need it. Now select offset and give a thickness of a wall, which is 230. For those using inches, just type 9. Don't put any symbol and then press enter. Click once and then point outside and click. Now press the escape key. And now to make our door, we have to cut an opening for the door. To do that, It's really simple. Simply select your line, come here and point to this direction and type 150. For the inches, just type 6 and then press enter. Point downward and just click at that intersection mark. Click, press enter on your keyboard. Select offset, type a distance of 750 and then press enter. For inches, just type 30, no symbol. Click once, point to this direction and just click. Press the escape key. Now to cut the opening, it's not erase, it's trim. Click the drop down and make sure you select trim. It will ask you this. If you're using a version from 2021 upwards, you can select mode and select quick. That way you don't have to press enter every time. So press enter, select this line and this line and then press enter. That's it. Now let's make our dough. And to make our dough, let's create layers. As we all know, layers help organize our drawing. As the rule, if you have any object more than 2, you should think about creating layers. To do that, select layer properties. Click on this icon to create a new layer and give it a name, dough. Press enter. Instead of selecting that new icon again, you can press enter again and type toilet. Press enter again and type basin. Press enter. Now to make the layer current, you can select your dough. This is the icon for setting a layer current. So you can see now the layer 0 is current. If I select it, it is on dough. Now the dough is the current layer, you can see it here. Just give the dough a color by selecting it and giving it this magenta color and then click on OK. Click here to close it. Now I want the dough to be flipping this side, so I want an arc here. And to accomplish that, click on the drop down of arc, select the first one, start, center, end. Start, click here, I want it to start here, center, want it to center here, and it is giving me the direct opposite. That is because in AutoCAD, from the point you've selected, arcs are created counterclockwise, as you can see here. So to flip the arc, the command line is telling us just hold Control to switch direction. So make sure your polar tracking is on or your ortho mode, point to the angle of 90 degrees. Just hold down your Control key and the arc will flip. Just click, select rectangle again, click once here, point up. You can zoom a little, hover over this endpoint and then point to this direction and type 50, which is 2 inch. Press the tab key and type 750, which is again 30 inch, and then press enter. I'll zoom back a little. Now that's our dough. And for the toilet, make sure your toilet layer is on, which is this one. Select the toilet. Let's give the toilet a color. Click on the color swatch and give it color of this red. The first one. Click on OK and close it. Select the rectangle. Click once, point to this direction and type 500. Press the tab key. 500, which is 20 inches. Press the tab key and type 700, which is about 27 inches. So I'll press enter. Now the good news is our toilet will fit inside here. Now we want to explode this rectangle. To do that, you can select it. There is explode. Select explode, and just like that, they are broken to lines. Now select offset and type 200, which is around 7 inch, and then press enter. Now select this line, point to this direction, and just click, press the escape key. Now if you're thinking of using a cycle, no. Cycle like this, no, it won't work. Now I see why they are not using cycles. And just think about it. If you see it, what will you use this space for? To do that, we will need a cycle that is stretched, otherwise known as ellipse. There is ellipse. Click this drop down. select this one, axis end, click it, click here as the first axis point, click here as the end, and then point this direction and type 150, which is 6 inch, and then press enter. Now select this line, select offset, type a distance of 50, which is 2 inch, and then press enter. Point to this direction and click. Press the escape key. Now select trim, and then trim this line, and this line, and this one, and this one, this one, this one as well. Press the escape key, select this one, right click, and erase it. Now this might look like one object, but it's not. They are individual pieces. So to make them one object, we have to make them a block. And to do that, we must use the command block, which you can just type B on your keyboard, and there it is. But where can we find it? It is right here on the insert tab. There is create block. Click it. It's just a 3-step process. You first give it a name. Of course, the name is toilet. I don't know why AutoCAD can figure that out. And then give it a base point. Click on this pick point. You want this midpoint as a base point. If you are not seeing this, make sure you click here and your midpoint is checked. Just click it. And lastly, you select the object. Click on here and use our window selection, everything inside. Click, press enter. Now that's just it. All you have to do is just click on OK. Make sure you change this one, convert to block, because both you can select delete as well. Let's select delete. It's gone. Come back to the home tab. Click on this insert drop down. Select toilet, and that's it. Drop it here. Now we have to rotate it. I made it like that because I want us to touch and rotate. Rotate is a 2-click process in AutoCAD. You just select your object. Select rotate. If you want, you can click anywhere. I can click here if I want. I will point up by making sure my polar tracking or auto mode is on. Point up and just click. And it is rotated how I want. Select the toilet, click once. You can turn off auto mode to copy it freely. With auto mode on, you can't do that. So turn off auto mode and drop it somewhere close like here. And then for the basic, you can come to the view tab and on the palette panel, there is design center. Click it. Click on this home icon. Select ANUS. Select design center. Select house designer. Select block. And just like that, there is a sink, a basin. Make sure you're on the home tab and basin is your current layer. Click and drag it inside. If you go back to the toilet layer, there is toilet as well. You can drag it inside. Now we don't need this, so click here to close it. As you can see, we could have imported it, but I wanted to show you how you can do it as well. We don't need it. We prefer what we created. Select it, right click and erase. Select this one, bring it here. This isn't the right orientation for a basin, so we have to rotate it. Again, 2-click process. Select rotate, select the object, press enter, click somewhere inside, point up by making sure either ortho or polar is on. Point up and click. You can turn it off and just click wherever you want, somewhere close, something like this. Now if you want multiple copies of the toilet, we can select them all and make them all a block. To do that, come to the insert tab, or there is block as well. Create block. You can click it here or here on the insert tab. This time let's click it here. Click it, give it a name. Let's call it bathroom. Since it covers everything, pick point. We will pick this point and then select object. We want everything and then press enter. Delete. No, we don't want that. This time let's just convert it to block without deleting it. General rule of thumb: always create your block on layer 0, because something like this will happen. Just press Ctrl Z on your keyboard to undo that creation of the block. Make sure you're on layer 0, because if you create a block on any other layer other than 0, it will inherit that layer's properties. So make sure you're on layer 0. It will take me a lot of time to try to explain it to you, but just believe me. Select the create, type your bathroom again, pick a point, this midpoint, select the object, select everything, press enter, select convert to block, and then click on OK. Now everything is OK. Now select copy, select the object, press enter. If you want, you can pick here as the base point, drop one here, and drop another one here, and the last one here. You can keep on however much you want. Press enter to end the command. Now let's say I want to make a window. All I have to do is just edit one of them. If I select this bathroom and then right click, let me just edit it in this place. Let's not go anywhere. Click on edit block in place. Don't even bother reading about this, just click OK. Now zoom in, select a line, select the midpoint, point downward, and select the other midpoint. Press enter. Now select offset and give the distance of the half of the window, which is 300, since the window will be 600. For the imperials, just type 12 and then press enter. Select the line, point to this direction, click, select, point to this direction and click. Press the escape key. Select the middle line, right click and erase it. Select the trim. As you can see, it doesn't ask me to select everything because I'm using a newer version. For older version, just press enter and select the line to trim. Press the escape key. And then for the window, let's create its layer. Select layer properties, click it, create new layer, give it a name of window, give it its color, give it blue, click on OK, double click here to make it current, or click here and close it. Now select a line, I will click here and then click on this midpoint, and then I will press the enter key. Now I will select this offset and I will select true. I will select this line, select this endpoint, click and select this endpoint. Click, just click somewhere close. It's just a window, we don't care. Press the escape key, zoom back a little, and that's pretty much it. If you want to hatch, click the drop down, make sure you are on 0 layer, select hatch here. Let's just hatch it solid. For the color, select this one, just click here and click here, then click on close hatch creation. Now just click on save to save everything, all reference, whatever. Yes, click on OK, and all of them will reflect that change. Just think about how much of a time saving this is. So now don't forget to save our drawing by clicking here to save again, and then let's create text and then upload the drawing to PDF. To do that, simply click on this text drop down on the annotation tab, click it once and select single line text. Click once and give it a height. The default one is 3. To accept that, just press enter. Now it is asking to specify rotation, just type 0 and press enter. Now let's begin typing. Just type toilet and then press enter again to end the command. But you barely even see the text. Look how tiny it is. To increase it or to enlarge it, simply select it, or if you zoom, you can't even see it. Just click once and click, it will be selected. Properties palette, come to the view tab and look for properties palette, which is this one beside tool palettes. Click it, you'll get this beautiful palette. There under text group, you will see text height. Select it and enlarge it. For those using inches, try changing it to your value, but ours, I think 300 will work just fine. For yours, simply try typing 12 or something close to that. It will be just as big. So press the escape key. So click on the cross icon to close it. Press the escape to deselect it. Now it is withdraw it on layer 0. You can create the layer. It's always good CAD practice to create a layer for each object. So click the new icon, type text, click away, give it a color, maybe something like cyan. Click on OK. Since we already created it, to take it to its correct layer, we just select it, click on this drop down and select text, and it is now on the text layer. To copy it, you simply click it once, select copy, click once and copy it to different direction. Now that's pretty much it. I won't touch on dimension. I feel like text is more powerful. You can have a drawing with only text and without dimension, and still it will make sense. To move the toilet's text down, you can use our selection method, whichever one you choose. Select everything, select move, click, point downwards, and click, and they are down. Now let's save our drawing and click on this plot printer icon to print our drawing to PDF. Once you click it, you will get this plot dialog box. What we want is a PDF, so click on this drop down and select DWG to PDF. We want it on a piece of A4 paper. Click on this drop down, scroll around and select A4, which are two. One is landscape, one is portrait. Select the one with the smaller number at first. Click. This --line is what is currently displayed, which is this one. If you click on the preview, this is what will be plotted. Our drawing is down here. So right click, click on exit to exit the preview. Select what to display, what to print as PDF, what we want to see, and select window. Click once and make sure everything is inside. Don't worry, if you make a mistake, you can select the window again and refine your selection area. Now if you select the window, you can see it's still not showing, right? So right click and select exit. The problem is because it is down here. We have to check center the plot to make it appear at the center. Now if we preview it, it has to be in the center, but this space is wasted. We have to turn, instead of portrait, let's use landscape. So right click, exit, and select landscape, which is here. You can see this A will change. It will change like this, hence our plot. Now if we preview it, it will be something like this. This is what we want. Beautiful. Right click and exit. Although I don't ever understand why, but apparently if you want it in black, completely monochrome, select monochrome. Just select no. We don't even treat layers here. Select no. We can preview it. It will appear completely black if that's what you want. If this is okay for you, just click on OK. However, if you don't want it in black, you want it colored, just select AutoCAD, the CTB. Select no. You can preview it. You will have your drawing colored. That's pretty much what you want to change on a basic level. Just click on OK. And don't worry, if you want it black, you can come back again and just change only this one to monochrome to save your drawing as black. I want it colored. I will just click on OK. And then it will give the name of our file, which is AutoCAD tutorial toilet ATT for short. And then select document to save it at your document or desktop. Click on save, and in a short moment it will open in your PDF reader, something like this. And the coolest part, If you select layers, you can turn the basin off, the door off, the window off, toilet off, of course, the text off, even the layer 0. That's the beauty of layers. It gives you control of the visibility of your drawing. Close it. Make sure to save your drawing again. But normally how you close AutoCAD, like the rest of Windows application, you come up here and click on this close icon. But we won't do that. To close in style, just double click on this AutoCAD icon. And if you want to learn how to draw a full house like this, watch this video or check the link in the description below.